Here see this question, exercise 2.5 of the question. What it says here, if the numerator of a fraction is 4 less than the denominator, if 1 is added to the numerator and the denominator, it becomes 1 by 2. Find the fraction. You need to find what is the fraction based on this given statement. So here, what is given here? If you take, you don't know what is the numerator and what is the denominator, but they have given the relationship between the numerator and the denominator. What is the relation they have given here? If you take any denominator here, you need to subtract this denominator from 4 so that you will get the numerator. Here what's given here? The numerator of a fraction is 4 less than the denominator. You don't know the denominator, let us consider it as x. Then how you will get the numerator? Just by subtracting 4 from the denominator, you will get the numerator. So subtract it, what you get? X minus 4. This is the statement they have given. If the numerator is 4 less than the denominator, that means you don't know what is the denominator, let us consider it as x. If you want to find the numerator, just subtract 4 from the denominator, which is x here. So here we got x minus 4 by x. This is the required fraction. And after that, what they have given? If 1 is added to the numerator and the denominator. So this for this, you need to add 1 to the numerator and 1 to the denominator. After adding this one, you will get this result as 1 by 2. It becomes 1 by 2. They have given that after solving this one, you have to get the answer which is 1 by 2. Now based on this, you need to find what is the fraction. Again, what they have given, let us consider the denominator as x. Then what will be the numerator? You need to subtract 4 from x. So you are getting the numerator as x minus 4. And after that, what they have given, you need to add 1 to both the numerator and the denominator. After adding 1, what we have to get? It becomes 1 by 2. You have to get the result which is 1 by 2. Now, based on this, you need to find what is the fraction. Now, based on this, you need to find the value of the variable which is x. So here finding what is the value of minus 4 plus 1, which is minus 3 by x plus 1 is equal to 1 by 2. So many times we solve this one. When two fractions are equal, you can cross multiply those values. That means here 2 into x minus 3 is always equal to 1 into x plus 1. So cross multiply it. 2 into x minus 3 is equal to 1 into x plus 1. Now multiply this 2 to these two values, so that what you get, 2 into x which is 2x minus 2 into 3 which is 6 is equal to x plus 1. 1 into any value which gives the same value which is x plus 1. Now you can take all the variables to one side. Take x to this side, it will become minus x 1. If you take minus 6 to this side, it will become plus 6. So what is the value of this one, which is 7. Now here we got the value of x which is 7. What is this x? Which is nothing but the denominator, right? So if you want to find the numerator, you need to subtract this value from 4 so that you will get the numerator. So what will be the numerator, which is x minus 4, 7 minus 4 which is 3. Now we got the numerator and we got the denominator. You need to write the fraction in the question. They ask find the fraction. So what will be the required fraction? Numerator by denominator, which gives you 3 by 7. This is the problem. So here what they given, the numerator of a fraction is 4 less than the denominator, and if you are adding 1 to both numerator and the denominator, you are getting 1 by 2, so that you are getting the required fraction which is 3 by 7. Now write this problem. Let the denominator is x, or write it, let the denominator be x. Then according to the question, what will be the numerator? Then the numerator is, you need to subtract 4. So what will be the required fraction here? Therefore the fraction which is the numerator which is x minus 4 and the denominator which is x. Now what they have given, to this fraction you need to add 1 to the numerator and the denominator. So write it here, according to the given problem, If you are adding 1 to the numerator and 1 to the denominator, you will get the result which is 1 by 2. Now you need to solve this one. So write it here. What you will get? X minus 3 by x plus 1 is equal to 1 by 2. Now cross multiply. What you will get? 2 into x minus 3 is equal to 1 into x plus 1. So we will get here 2x minus 6 is equal to x plus 1. 2x minus x, which gives you 1 plus 6, and x is equal to 7. This is the denominator, and what will be the numerator, which is x minus 4, which is 7 minus 4 and 3. So what will be the required fraction? Therefore the required fraction is 3 by 7. This is the problem. Now see the next question. Here see the fifth question. This one you can do it as an homework. Just I will explain this one. Here find three consecutive numbers such that if they are divided by 10, 17 and 26 respectively, the sum of their quotients will be 10. You need to find those consecutive numbers. So what is meant by the consecutive number? You know that the next number we call it as the consecutive number. The next number of the given number we call it as a consecutive number. How you will get the consecutive number? Suppose what is the consecutive number of 2, which is 3, the next number, right? And what is the consecutive number of 99, which is 100? How you are getting the next consecutive number? Just by adding 1, you are getting the next consecutive number. Because if you have given 97, what is the next consecutive number? Just you need to add 97 plus 1, so that you are getting the next consecutive number is 98. And if you want the next consecutive number, again you need to add 1 to this number to get the next number. So 98 plus 1, which is 99. This is nothing but the consecutive numbers. And now see the question here. They asked here, find three consecutive numbers. You don't know what are those consecutive numbers. Let us consider the first number as x. Then what is the consecutive number of x? Which is you need to add 1 to this number. So the next consecutive number is x plus 1. What is the next consecutive number? Which is nothing but x plus 2. Because x plus 1 plus 1. Again you need to add 1 to this number so that you will get x plus 2. You need to find these three consecutive numbers. And what is the next given here? Find three consecutive numbers such that if they are divided by 10, 17 and 26. And if these numbers are divided by 10, 17 and 26, the sum of their quotients is equal to 10. And what is that here? The sum of their quotients. What is meant by the quotient? The result is nothing but the quotient. If you are dividing 10 with x, you are getting some answer, that will be the quotient. And you will get some answer and you will get some result and you will get some result to all these fractions. And what they said, if you are adding those results, you have to get the answer which is 10. This is the question they have given. What they said here, find three consecutive numbers. You don't know what are those consecutive numbers. Let us consider it as x, x plus 1 and x plus 2. And they said that if these consecutive numbers are divided by 10, 17 and 26 respectively, the sum of their quotient is equal to 10. Now here we got the equation. Based on this equation, you need to find what is the value of x. And if you got the value of x, you can find the next consecutive number by adding 1. Now you need to find the value of x here. Just I will solve this one, how to find the LCM, and after that you can do this one as a homework. Now what we need to do, we need to take the LCM of 10, 17 and 26. So here 10, 17 and 26. So if you want to find the LCM, you need to check which number is divisible by all these numbers, right? You know that any number is not divisible by these three numbers, then after you can check for two numbers. At least two of the numbers should be divisible by some number. You know that 2 is the number that is divisible by 10 and 26. So write it here, 2 5s are 10, Since this number is not divisible, write 17 as it is and 2 13s are 26. And after that you can leave it because no number is divisible by all this. So what is the LCM in this case, which is 2 into 5 into 17 into 13. Now multiply it. What you get? 2 into 5 which is 10. 10 into 13 which is 130. So 130 into 17. How much you will get here? 17 into 0 which is 0. 17 3s are 51. 1, 5. 17 1 the 7 plus 2 which is 2210. Now we got the LCM which is 2210. Now you know the LCM, the procedure of the LCM. Just here 10 is there, here the denominator 2210 is there. Now you need to check here in 10 table when you will get this 2210, and you can know that here if you multiply with 2 to 1 you will get the same number. So you need to multiply here to the numerator. So what will get here? 221 into x. Now here in 17 table when you will get 2201, you need to check it. Here you can observe that these are the large numbers. There is one process to find easily. Here just see the numbers. Here after taking the LCM you got it as 2 into 5 into 17 into 13. Here you need to check in 17 table when you will get 2210. So here take 17 this one and multiply the remaining numbers. So what you will get here? 5 into 2 10 and 10 into 30 which is 130. So definitely 130 into 17 which gives you 2210. So here just see the denominator and leave that value and multiply the remaining value. So what you get? 2 into 5 which is 10 and 10 into 13 which is 130. So here 130 into x plus 1. Similarly here you need to check in 26 table when you will get 2210. So here check, this is the LCM, we got it here. Now which numbers you need to multiply so that you are getting 26? You can observe that 13 into 2 is 26, right? So you need to leave these two values and multiply the remaining values. What are the remaining values? 17 into 5 which gives you 85. So here you will get here 85 into x plus 2 is equal to 10. This is the easy way to find the LCM of the given big numbers. So if you find the LCM, you know that you can write it as 2 into 5 into 17 into 13 and see the denominator, and after that check which number you need to multiply. Here you can observe that you can easily write it here because 10 is there. 10 into 2210 which gives you 2210, and similarly here 17 is there. So you can leave the 17 and you can multiply the remaining numbers, and you can take the product of the remaining numbers which gives you 10 into 13 which gives you 130. Similarly here that 26 is there. Which numbers you need to multiply? You know that 13 into 2 is 26. So leave those two numbers and multiply the remaining numbers which gives you 85. Now at this stage you can do it, right? Here what we need to do, just after that you need to add these values to 221x plus 130 into x which gives you 130x plus 130 into 1 which gives you 130, 85 into x which gives you 85x, and after that 85 into 2. What is the value of 85 into 2? Which is 5 2s are 10 and which gives you 170, right? And if you are taking this one, this is division we are doing here. If you take division to this side, it will become multiplication, so that you will get here 2210 into 10, right? And this one which gives you 22100. And after that you can add all the variables. Here what are the variable terms here? 221, 130 and 85. You will get some value, and after that you can add the numbers, and after that if you solve this one you can get the answer. I hope you can do at this stage, right? Now see the next question. If you have any doubts you can ask me. So here what you can do, just adding what you get here 221, and after that here 130, and after that here 85. So adding 5 plus 1 which gives you 6, and after that 8, 9, 10, 13, 1, 1, 2 which gives you 436, right? Here you will get 436x plus, so after solving this one what you will get? 130 plus 170 which gives you 300, right? So here you will get 300. Now take this 300 to that side, it will become subtraction. So at this step you will get 436x is equal to 2100 minus 300. Now if you are subtracting from 300, what you will get here? You will get here 0, 0, and after that do it how much you will get? 22100 minus 300. Right? 0, 0, here 11, and here you will get 1, 21. What is the value of 11 minus 3? 8. You will get here 21800. And now take this 436 to this side. So what you will get here? X is equal to 21800 by 436. And you know that 436 ones, 436 50s. So you are getting the x value as 50. Now what is they asked here, find the consecutive numbers. So here the first number is 50. What is the next consecutive number, which is 51? And what is the next consecutive number, which is 52? So what are those numbers? 50, 51 and 52. Like this you need to solve this one. You can do it in the proper way. You can do it this one as a homework. Now see the next question. So see the next question, which is the sixth question. Here, what is the sixth question given here? In a class of 40 pupils, in a class how many members are there? 40 members are there, and in that they have given the relationship between the girls and the boys. Based on that relation, you need to find the number of boys in the class. Here what they have given here, you don't know what will be the number of boys and what will be the number of girls, but they have given the total are 40 members are there in a class. And what is the condition given here? The number of girls is 3/5 of the number of boys. That means here let us consider the number of boys as x. How many girls are there? 3/5. That is 3/5 part of the number of boys will be the number of girls. So here 3/5 of x is nothing but 3/5 of x. That means here what they have given, the girls is 3/5 of the number of boys. You don't know what will be the number of boys and what will be the number of girls. Let us consider the number of boys as x. Then what is the condition given here? The number of girls is nothing but if you are multiplying 3/5 with the number of boys, you will get the number of girls. That is given here. Based on this, you need to find the number of boys. That means you need to find the value of x. So here add the number of boys and the number of girls. So you got this one, and after adding the number of boys and the number of girls, you will get the total number of students in the class, and that is given as 40. So here you need to find the number of boys. So what you will get here, what is the equation we got it here? 3/5x plus x is equal to 40. Now you can take the LCM here. You know that the LCM of 5 and 1, which gives you 5. So here what you get here, 3x plus 5 into x, which gives you 5x by 5 is equal to 40. What is the value of 3x plus 5x, which gives you 8x by 5 is equal to 40. Right? So here 8 ones, 8 5s will get cancelled, 8 5s are 40. Now what is the value of x? 5 into 5, which gives you 25. This is the number of boys in a class. So here what is the question given here? The total number of students in the class is given as 40, and they have given the number of boys is 3/5 of the number of girls. So let us consider the number of boys as x, and what will be the number of girls, which is 3/5 of the number of boys, which is nothing but 3/5 of x, which gives you 3/5 of x. And after solving this one, we got the number of boys, which is 25. Now write this problem. Let the number of boys is equal to x. Then the number of girls by 5 of the number of boys. Of is nothing but the multiplication. So into x, which gives you 3x by 5. So here what they have given, if you add the number of boys and the number of girls, they have given the total strength as 40. So you can write it here, 3x by 5 plus x is equal to 40. Now take the LCM, what you get, 3x plus 5 into x, which gives you 5x. 5 is equal to 40. Here 8x by 5 is equal to 40. Here directly you can cancel it, or otherwise you can find the x value. What you get, 8x is equal to 40 into 5. And what is the value of x? 40 into 5 by 8. Here 8 ones, 8 5s will get cancelled. You will get x is equal to 25. Therefore, the number of boys how much? The number of boys are 25. This is the problem. Now see the 7th question here. Here what is the 7th question given here? After 15 years, Mary's age will be 4 times of her present age. What is her present age? Here what is the question given? After 15 years. After 15 years is nothing but, suppose let us consider the Mary age is x now. After 15 years what will be her age? Just you need to add x to 15, so that after 15 years her age will be x plus 15. Now what's the question given here? After 15 years the Mary age is x plus 15, and they have given it will be equal to 4 times of her present age. That means 4 times is nothing but the multiplication of her present age. What is the present age? Just now we have assumed the present age of Mary as x. So here which is 4 into x. This is the equation we got after seeing the question again. What they said here, after 15 years the Mary age will be 4 times of his present age. So here what is the question here? We don't know what is her age. Let us consider as x. After 15 years what will be her age, which is x plus 15. And after that, after 15 years her age is 4 times of his present age. 4 times is nothing but 4 into what is her present age? Just now we have assumed it is x. So we got it here the equation as x plus 15 is equal to 4x. Now here you need to find what is the Mary present age. That means you need to find the value of the x. So here take x to that side. What will it become? It will become 4x minus x, which gives you 3x. And what is the value of x? 15 by 3. So you will get the x value as 5. This is the Mary's present age. This one you can do it as the homework. Now in the next session we are going to solve the remaining problems of this exercise.